Hello there guys, Hazmy here and welcome back to another Babylon's Fall video. This time exploring the weapon options we will have on launch and try to help make a choice on what game style you might like. If you have seen my classes and weapons video, you probably know that Babylon's Fall will have a good selection of game styles you can choose from, and you can customize it to your preference. But what are the weapons available at launch? On the launch of the game, we will have access to 5 different weapon types, with additional ones being developed and implemented as the game lives on. These weapons are the sword, the hammer, the bow, the rod, and the shield. You will be able to create a build using 4 weapons of your choice, as light attack, heavy attack, and 2 gutwork attacks. But what are the base characteristics of each weapon? Let's start with the sword. Swords are rapidly attacking, balanced, and versatile weapons. They are supposed to be the fast weapon of the game, and you can increase the speed much further than what you can see in this video. Another special feature of swords is the ability to be able to dodge almost any time in the battle and continue your combos right after, continuing your chain. If you use them as your gutwork attacks, you are able to throw your swords at enemies, continuing your combos at range. The sword is the perfect weapon for people who prefer a fast and rhythmic gameplay that looks stylish once mastered. Next is the hammer, the power weapon of Babylon's Fall. Hammers are bulky and slow weapons, but with very heavy hitting attacks, rivaling the biggest hitting abilities in the game. Hammers are able to charge their attacks, increasing their damage, and if being attacked while charging, your power increases even further. They're also one of the hate controlling weapons, or the weapon that is capable of tanking. Using the battle cry, hammer users can draw enemy hate on themselves and protect their allies from enemies. Their gutwork attacks are usually giant slam attacks, stunning and knocking enemies away, dealing massive damage. The hammer is for people who prefer heavy hitting attacks with weight behind their animations and ability to control the battlefield through satisfying and powerful moves. The first ranged weapon is the bow. Bows excel at mobility even more so than the sword. Bow users will be able to fire arrows while moving and staying away from enemies with ease. The more combos you perform with the bow, the faster your shooting speed becomes. Once your combos have powered up your bow, you're able to charge up a massive shot to deal big damage on your foes. There will be different types of bows to choose from, such as repeating bows that fire multiple arrows in succession, piercing bows that shoot a piercing arrow through a line of enemies, scatter bows that shoot in a wide arc like a shotgun, and power bows focusing more around charge shots. The bow is clearly recommended for people who like mobility and keeping distance from the enemies while unleashing a rain of arrows on them. The magical weapon of the game and the second ranged weapon is the rod. Rod can be used both as supportive and offensive weapons. Depending on the type of rod you will be using, you can debuff enemies to weaken them, or you can place protective or strengthening auras for your allies to use. You can also place down a magical circle to enhance your own magical bolts you shoot from the staff, unleashing devastating explosions on your foes. The rod is supposed to be one of the highest power weapons in the game, but with this power comes lots of management, as the rod uses lots of resources for its abilities and you can run out of power very fast. Because of this, the rod is recommended for people who like magic and resource management. The final weapon is the shield. While most games use it as a defensive item, it is indeed a weapon in Babylon's Fall. It is a weapon that is mostly used defensively both for your team and yourself to guard attacks or parry incoming blows, following them with powerful counterattacks. The more you block, the more powerful your counterattack becomes. It is also the second weapon capable of holding enemy hate and control the battlefield. The shield is one of the most challenging weapons for developers to create, and they intend to further expand the weapon into a more offensive role in the future. The shield is recommended for people who like to have more defensive options, have control over the battlefield, and like counterattacks and parries as part of their moveset. So these are the 5 weapons that will be available at the launch of Babylon's Fall. Hope it helped you make an easier decision which ones you are interested in. Keep in mind, all these weapons will still have 3 distinct styles you can use them with: the standard, the power, and the technical mode, as well as the modifications that your Gideon Coffin will apply on your character. Hope you liked the video. If so, feel free to subscribe for more Babylon's Fall content, and I'll see you all the next time.